everyone, welcome to our weekly report. So this report is on the CLASS project, which is a project that 14 of us have got together to do a project. We've got our property and today is our first inspection, and wouldn't you know it, we're in lockdown, so we're doing this remotely. So this is a trial and error sort of experience. This week I have been working on trying to get some builders to quote. I could only get one to site today, but I have a good feeling about him, and the others will quote off the plan and will estimate off the plan, and we will tighten it up. I'm hoping that things will work out with this guy because he's young and he's keen and he's wanting to get repeat work, which in this environment is gold. And so I'm just really playing it by ear, because if we can get him to do the majority of the work in our budget, then that will make the whole remote management so much easier. But at this stage, I'll get him to quote both ways, and we'll see how it goes. So I've got about 3 parts of the way through the scopes, but I'm really waiting for this inspection to finalise them. And so after this, I'll get them finalised. But I was going to run a little session on the scopes because I know it's something that a lot of people struggle with. Property Circles are finalising the legal documents with each of the partners, and we're settling on the 16th of this month, which is in 2 weeks' time exactly. So I'm hoping that by the 16th that we have our plan pretty well set in stone, and we are, well, there are always details that we don't get done until the end, but the core part of the reno, I'm hoping we'll have that sorted.
Using this time wisely to obtain quotes is really important. With one quote, it probably will require some further checking and testing to make sure that it is a fair and reasonable price for the work that's being done. And there is an advantage, particularly when you are trying to do these projects remotely, that if you do have one builder looking after the majority of the work, it just makes it so much easier to manage, rather than be every time you have a trade up there, you need to be sort of running backwards and forwards to try and keep an eye on the quality and the scope and making sure that the works are being delivered as intended. But this is also the important part of the scopes. The more information you can give the tenderer or the contractor to price the work, the more accurate the price will be, and it avoids variations in the future if things change along the way. If you know quite clearly in your mind before you start, you've really got a good bones to a good price, and also provide competitive tendering when you do look at the other quotes, because everyone is looking at it's an apples for apples comparison.
I have never really been one to buy into generalisations. Like I've always believed that I could find a trade and have been able to, but I have never seen an environment like we have now. And I found myself going down into a hole, like starting to think, oh gosh, we're never going to get anyone, and we're never going to get anyone decent, and that was confirmed by the conversations I was having. So I just had a little quick reset with Michelle, who's a mindset specialist, and just really adjusted my thinking around that. So I came out of that expecting to find the perfect person that has the capacity to do it at the time. And so that's when the builder that we've got coming today popped up. So it worked. And it's interesting because when I was talking to Michelle, we were talking about creating abundance around trades, and I said, I don't think that I can take that on at the moment. It's too much of a jump from what I'm experiencing to what there is in the world. So going out and expecting that you'll have an abundance of trades that are going to have all the time in the world to do your job. And so I pulled it back to, there is going to be the perfect person out there, and who's going to be just in the perfect place. And that happens all the time. And so it's quite easy to take on. And I think that's the most important thing. You have to believe it. Yeah.